Okay, we are live. Okay. It's a day 3 Northern Boulevard of broken dreams. And the city sleeps, and I'm the only one. I walk alone. Walk alone, I walk alone. Alone. Okay, so today we have to do some speed running. No, it's the only thing that I've been. Sometimes I touch up and then light me. I did some farming. I got my armor that I prefer leveled up. Okay. Pop that. Let's get in there. 468. 515 on a counter. I thought I could do better on that. I was wrong. Okay, yeah, I'm doing terribly. I am doing terribly. So terrible, it's terrible. Okay. Stupid hitboxes. Okay. There we go. I'm just gonna do a one-handed for now. Because the one-handed is going to be a little easier on me. $309. 171. 309. Okay, 309 again. What was that? What was that? Tracking? Excuse me? Okay. 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 Okay, back in here. Let's do this again, shall we? More time to something. It's bumping. Okay. Focus. Just gotta lock in. I say that and immediately get hit. Okay. 515. Okay. I'm getting the dodges out. My attack is so slow. I actually can't. Okay. I gotta do it one-handed. I have to do this fight one-handed. Because if not, my attacks are not going to be fast enough for me to actually get out. Really? Okay. Focus. Okay. That was stupid. I just whiffed. I whiffed hard. Okay. Use a healing. Use a flasks. Use my flask. Go two-handed. Last time I for something I did with my blood is potion. Come on. Bellman is down. Bellman is down. King's Ring. I have no bone, no homeward bone. Hi. Hi. Did not expect you to follow me in all this way. Did not expect that. To be fair, I should expect the unexpected, like the Spanish, just like the Spanish Inquisition. Okay. Let's go do Guardian Dragon. Let's go fight Ian. There we go. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Mm-hmm. And backstab? Yeah, get backstabbed. What is what this of? From the birth we knew the light. Dun dun days know we not balance, faith and might. Dun 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 have I doubted. Dun 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 I lost your sight. Dun 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 strength always by me, guiding my fights. Oh land but oh flip blah blah blah. By your heresy. Shaking hands and doubtful thoughts. No. Hello, Wolf. How you doing? How you doing, Wolf? Okay. Get the aggro moving. There we go. Okay. Immediately into the air? Immediately into the air. That was dangerous. That was really dangerous. I did not expect it to immediately go for an air attack. That's good. Come on. Guardian Dragon, please. Guardian Dragon, are we serious? Are you gonna just stay in the air this entire time and not let me get a single attack in? Yeah, Guardian Dragon is going to do stupid. It's just gonna be stupid. This shouldn't have been a boss. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Guardian Dragon should not have been a boss. Because of the flight mechanic. Because it can just go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up. It doesn't have any counters. It doesn't have a counter to it to make it to make the AI choose out of a non-air move. It doesn't have that, meaning you can get a fight that's completely screwed up. Example, this. There we go. Guardian Dragon is dead.
English not understand. No. Long English no.
Hello, Decaf. I know you don't understand English. But how you doing, Decaf? Excuse me. Off because it itches. Wolf, if you have access to a spoon and you can heat the spoon up a bit, you can place a heated spoon on mosquito bites, and it'll actually break down the chemical in the mosquito bite that causes you to itch. The chemical that mosquitoes use to keep things from to keep it open, along with to basically prevent the wound from closing, which is what causes the itching, is not sustainable in heat. Meaning, if you can heat the area up, you can actually make it so that it no longer itches. Crackhead activities. No, it's not crackhead activities. What it is science. Weird science, but science. Yes, Wolf, that is true. It has to do with the fact that it can't survive that survive heat exposure. You don't. Nobody does it because you you burn the spoon and someone sees it. They assume crackhead. I mean, yes, that's true, but it's not. It's not crackhead behavior. It's mosquito repellent behavior. Aldia, I hate you. Aldia, I'm going to kill you. The only mosquito repellent I need is a flamethrower. But the government says no. I mean, technically, there is a company in our state that makes flamethrowers, and you can buy them with without any and all paperwork. And you can get it, and you can make it underbarrel mounted. You can make it a master key, a flamethrower master key. And the universe, leaping gravity. You heat it up enough to where it'll break down the enzyme, but not enough to actually burn you, Wolf. You're way behind, BRB. Okay. Okay. Of course, it throws me straight into an ad. Ad prison. I can't exclude certain people from ads unless the only way I can exclude ads for people is if people are subbed or not. Boys. Boys. I was almost a full minute behind. Oh, that is dumb. Having poise really is helpful. I'm doing this because yeah, if I could make it to where you and GCAF don't have to sit through ads, I would, but I kind of can't. Okay. That's not good damage. I mean, it's good for what this fight is, but it's not the best. One-handed is probably my best option. You're good, Wolf. I can change thumbnails whenever I want, so you're good. $690, that's perfect. Okay. Oh, hi! What the heck was that? That should not have happened. That should not have happened. What? That makes no sense. How did it break the loop? That is weird. I didn't expect it to break the loop. Okay. Get it to do its up in the air move. Get it to move, get it to do a breath attack again. Oh no. I think I'm dead. No, I'm not. This is actually really stupid. It's not following the pattern. Like, it should be following the pattern. Okay. Keep underneath it. Okay. Spinning cats. Okay, I think I've figured out my issue. I was standing too far out from underneath it. Okay. Fighting Ancient Dragon was a waste. We're not gonna do Ancient Dragon. Not this run. I played LoL Wild Rift last night. The other night. I did not know League of Legends had more stuff. Like it kept getting more stuff. I did not know that. Did not realize it kept getting offshoots. Wild Rift was because of Arcane. Yeah, I don't normally follow video games that are based around League of Legends because League of Legends is cancer. Are you kidding me? I'm just having a bad night. I keep getting hit. I've seen how toxic people can get. I've officially had my first "just go kill yourself" response from someone from me saying something. I've had my first response like that, and I'm like, huh. I talk about a game, and your response is to tell me go kill myself. Funny. Funny, very funny. I think that was in response to when I said natural equality doesn't exist. And I think that was the short that got that. And someone's response to that is literally proving my point that equality doesn't exist. The only type of equality exists is not what we know it as. It's realistically the only equality that can exist is within the eyes of God. If outside of that, people don't really have any form of actual equality. I've been called every slur I know to man because I was better than people. I know, and like, camping is a legitimate strategy. It is. It's a legitimate strategy that when you think about it makes sense. Why would you camp? If you know you're safe, you can use realistically whatever you want to get the job done. It's about knowing that you are safe and capable of being and doing what you need to do in that area. People look down upon a viable strategy. It's the reason why in Tarkov rats exist, because being a rat is effective. It's the same reason in Arc Raiders being a rat exists. It's very effective. Camping and ratting are two very much efficient strategies that people look down upon just because they work. and they think that to do so requires little skill. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of, like... A lot of what we know when it comes to, it's like, well, if someone calls you... Examples, like someone just does... Someone just pulls the just kill yourself response. Well, guess what, buddy? My response to you is no, and I exist, and I will exist even harder to make your life annoying. I will exist even harder. It's the reason why I still post on Instagram. It's the reason why I still have, like, things posted to TikTok, even though I really don't follow TikTok at all. It's that reason. It's, I'm going to do this because I want to make you even more annoyed. There's joy in making people annoyed if they think that, well, they can say something and it'll get under your skin. Answer, you can say it, buddy, but odds are I'm just gonna keep on going with something stupid. Okay, get my TLG going. Yeah. 546, that's fine. That's fine. Get it to do its attack like that. Hit its foot. Yeah, people drive dirty. I'm on the game. That's the thing about multiplayers. Multiplayer is taken so seriously nowadays. It's actually stupid. That's just the truth. People take multiplayer games way too seriously. Reduce the seriousness, and it's far more, and they're far more enjoyable. It's the reason why, it sounds dumb, but I don't like Helldivers, because people take the game in a way that's just like, okay, you're here to have fun. Why are you basically wanting to be why do you want to turn a game that's literally designed around killing bugs and make it hyper competitive? It's the reason I don't like most multiplayer games. Or when someone says, you know what, maybe this one thing should be tuned so you don't have to be like a person who runs the meta. So it's approachable in various different circumstances. Again, when I was playing Helldivers with Rebozo, the stupid flying dragon Tyranids. Like, you had to run a specific loadout with specific equipment just to deal with them. Whereas you were hindering yourself against everything else. It's like, it's a game based around having fun. Let's make it fun first and foremost, and then we'll worry about the, like, hyper-competitive, needs meta loadout, needs this, that, and the other thing. And I know Helldivers is a terrible example, but genuinely, if you are not farming for specific weapons, they make things more difficult than they need to be. it's part of the reason I got out of doing PvP in general, because people want to take things too far. Stop moving. $289. That's fine. That's fine. Would be higher if I killed Ancient Dragon, but I don't really want to fight Ancient Dragon. Ancient Dragon is very fun on some weapons, terrible on others. In this case, it's not going to be fun because I'm wielding a very slow weapon, and for some reason I can't keep it in the loop. By the feeling, remember the days. Dancing cheese puff. Oh no, it's a chicken nugget. Dancing nugget. I now just thought of a man missing all 4 limbs trying to dance. That is what we call a human nugget. Let's not think about that thought what I just had. Let's not think about that. Now let's talk about it, bud. No, we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it. It's like deaf people. They won't hear. I just dug myself an even bigger grave. You would actually be like, I'm gonna be honest, my search history is like pretty just like actually just it's just YouTube. It's basically just YouTube. Hello, Ryan. That redeem, I will give the dogs some treats with dinner because they are currently downstairs. I just missed both of the... Okay. I keep whiffing.
Lizard.
I keep whiffing. Lizard. 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 My dreams. Gosh darn it! What the heck was that? I currently have every time we touch Nightcore going. This brings me back to the old internet. Mainly 13 years ago. Man, I miss old YouTube. I can clip that. Thanks, Decaf. I feel old now. 60 is old. Here's the thing, Ryan. Here's the thing. I have the body of someone who's basically 60. It's called chronic joint conditions. How is that one-shotting? To buy my life. I'm just having one of these days where it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a lot of deaths, most likely. I literally had to have part of my toenail cut off today. So it's been a day already. Yes, I had to go to the podiatrist today, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, you got an ingrown now. We gotta take care of that. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, we just did the option of we're just gonna cut away a part of your toenail so it won't grow back. Okay. If you stay tucked into his legs, he can't hit you. But he's stuck on a corpse right now. Balance. The toes help with balance. If you actually did not have your toes, you would not be able to properly balance. There's a reason prosthetics are weighted in a certain manner, because if they weren't, you wouldn't be able to walk properly as an amputee. Because we no longer have, because humans can in fact use their toes to, like tiny fingers. It's just, it takes time to relearn how to do it. Modern day society has kind of removed that because of how we do shoes. Yes, if no one knows, modern day shoes are actually detrimental to your feet because they push your big toe up against the other toes, which causes them to basically completely contort if you're wearing the wrong shoe for far too long. It's the reason why with heels, or sharp-tipped shoes. If you wear them so long, you will end up moving the bone permanently. If you get used to using your feet how they are actually intended to be used, i.e. for balance and for gripping onto things, you can relearn how to use your toes like tiny fingies. Also, the Amanda Show had a thing where dad in the show was missing his big toe and he had 0 balance. Yep. He replaced it with a hot dog. I remember that episode of the Amanda Show. Oh, I'm dating myself. I am. I remember that episode of the Amanda Show. Amanda Show was such a good random, like, it was such a good thing. It was really random, but, like, it was good. It was what Mad TV wanted to be for so long. But, like, realistically, I get what happened to Mad TV, because eventually it died. Meanwhile, the Amanda Show ended gracefully. One more hit. I just whiffed. There we go. Vendrick is dead. Vendrick is very much dead. Flat-tipped boots. Realistically, you're better at looking at. If you want a recommendation, there is a boot that's used particularly by the South African. I forget what it's called there, but it's basically their version of Department of Natural Resources that handles the forest and fauna. And they have a specific boot designed to make it to where you can still technically use your toes somewhat in your shoe to help aid in grip by bending the front forward, allowing you to grip better. Square tip cowboy boots are also an option. Okay, let's go fight Throne Watcher Defender. Have 2 belts. What are you, a Final Fantasy character? Because you look like a Final Fantasy character. I'm not talking the cool ones. I'm talking the ones that people look at and go, what the heck is that guy wearing? You also don't like tying shoes. Expected, Decaf. Expected. Come on. I was gonna make a joke about you not being able to tie shoes, but then I realized, you know what, I should probably not do that. That's a little mean. Jugo, what are you doing? The juice? Why are you failing? You're supposed to be the juice. Okay. What? The juice? Did it also not murder his wife? Okay. I should have expected that one from you. I should have expected that remark. There are some ones I should expect, but I don't. H-I-J-K. No, we are not spelling out the entire alphabet. Ririan, you are the person. You are the Final Fantasy character that gets looked at for having questionable sense of fashion. You have questionable sense of fashion. I had a toga at one point. Okay. Please tell me when you got married, Wolf threw it out because you in a toga just seems weird. Also, a set of armor. I mean, you had a set of ballistic plates, so therefore that is an armor set. You didn't have either when you met your wife? Ah. I just want to fight. Let me have this. I hate throwing Watcher and Defender so much. I'm not a fan of this fight. I'm not a fan of any duo fight in any Dark Souls game. Same with Elden Ring. I'm not a fan of duo fights in general. Really? Jugo, stop trying to break this shield. It's not gonna work. There we go. There we go, Jugo. Is there blue cloth armor? There's blue gambeson. There's cotton gambeson, but cotton gambeson is very minimal in terms of armor. Also, why does it seem like you dress like you're going to a Renaissance fair every day, Ririan? Because if so, that's a little too much fantasy. I don't know, because it's gonna turn into... I'm gonna make... There's a statement I want to make, but I'm not going to. Because if you look like you're going, if you dress like you're going to a Ren fair every day and you do so in public, you're going to attract a person who lives at a Ren fair every day and goes out in public, and it's not going to be fun. And I say this as someone who at one point wore mock armor for like every weekend. It's not all that fun. I'd be wary of that person because there are certain personalities that you just want to avoid when you're talking when you talk to people in that type of group or culture. I say culture, but like that type of weird interest community. I'm saying it goes beyond weird. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Drag her over here. Oh, come on. Please, don't. Don't just do ranged spam. Don't just do ranged spam. That's exactly what she's doing. How did that hit me? She's just doing range spam. And I can't get close to her because I'm going to start taking dot. What the heck? As she creates the dot damage again. Game, please. Seriously. I literally need her to just not do ranged.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Really? Now you follow me? Gosh darn it, Decaf, you're putting the entire alphabet. Gosh darn it, stop. Are you... If you dare put, why are you gay? I'm gonna time you out. Rarian, I'm an American and we don't say Zed, because we ain't weird. And we don't bow our heads down to Europe. Like stupid Canadians do. I'm just gonna summon, I don't care. This game just wants to be stupid, so I'm just gonna do this.
You're not you when you're hungry.
English not understand. No. Long English no.
Okay, who's invading? Just do it. Do it. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. I'm gonna take your fun out of it. That's the thing with PvP players. They want you to engage. And if you don't engage, they'll most likely just leave. Because they're not getting what they want. Because here's the thing about PvP. Player versus player combat in any game is driven by the fact that a player wants to engage in it. If someone does not want to engage in it, they've just took out all of your fun. All of it. And it's the entire reason why I firmly stand by there realistically should be games that are tailor-made to people who don't want a PvP experience. And if you do want a PvP experience, make it entirely optional. Not, oh, you use this one item, you opt into it. No, make it so that you actually have to seek it out. Because if you make it so that people have to seek it out, you're gonna run into people who actively want to play it, who want to engage in player versus player. If you force someone who wants to do player versus player mixed in with someone who doesn't, what you've just done is kill the fun for the guy who doesn't want to do it. Player versus player is very much a two-way street, and if you don't actively make it like that, what you've just done is doom your product to fail. It's the reason why I'm a huge fan of Gambit in Destiny, is because it's entirely an optional aspect of Gambit. You don't need to invade. You can if you want. It helps in the end, but you don't need to. That lack of needing is the important part. And I think that's the thing a lot of devs get wrong, is it's like, oh, we'll add PvP, it'll be so fun. Okay, you have to actively make it to where people want to seek it out, otherwise it's not going to be fun. It's part of the reason why I'm not the biggest fan of extraction shooters, except Arc Raiders, because Arc Raiders, the PvP, really is optional. You don't need to do it, and it actually benefits you in the end, long round wise, because you'll end up getting put into more lobbies with more people who are like that. Whereas with Tarkov legitimately just says, hey, you don't want to do PvP? Pay us more money. Pay us more money so you don't have to deal with actual players. It's stupid that Tarkov charges for that, and Arc Raiders does not. It proves that you can have a thriving community of people who play it for the player versus enemy aspect of it, instead of the player versus player aspect. Hello, Varkon. Or as your name is now Varkitten, because you are a cat now. You've been assimilated. You have been assimilated into the coat. Bundle, never say that again. But what was wrong with that, D-Cat? You are assimilated as well. This run has just not been my best. This run has just not been my best. I will be honest, it hasn't. I can get one heavy in. Exactly one heavy. Okay. Okay. What's going wrong? What's going on, Barcon? And something you want to talk about, or is it not? Okay, Aldio's dead. Woo, we did it. Woo, it's dead. We did it. Yay, yeah, we did it.
Or something else entirely.
Okay, we're gonna farm some stuff on Destiny. We are not talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless we're talking my shadow games, which my shadow games are so much more fun. It's called every time you take damage, a dog shock collar activates and you get shocked. And the lower your life total goes, the more painful it is. These are my shadow games. Is it the most interesting shadow game? Probably not. These are my shadow games, Kaiba. Nebuchadnezzar was the first furry. That's cursed. That's cursed. I played a Yu-Gi-Oh drinking game once. You had to drink every time a character in the duel went on a long spiel about what their card does. Was plastered by episode 2. Ah. It would be Bundle of Sanity and D-Cat Sanity. We're gonna farm more hammerheads. And yes, I know I'm using objectively probably a terrible, terrible weapon, but has kill clip and heal clip. I'll take that. Bundle of Sanity Decaf Edition would be a sick podcast name.
The Vex are captives to logic, incapable of subterfuge. This makes them corruptible. Who knows what else might lurk inside their network?
When are we gonna do that, Decaf? We've made the joke. Is the joke gonna become real?
The network entrance is vulnerable. Feed data into the terminal to overload the Vex defenses.
Probably one of these days on accident. I mean accurate. I mean, if we get myself, you, Dant, and Dro in one call, I believe it would get really funny.
The Vex attempt to lock out the terminal. Destroy countermeasures to keep it operating. Network attempts to reintegrate. Disrupt the passcode sequence and continue the splice. Vex won't give up so easily.
I want a howitzer. Nah, howitzers aren't all that unique. If you're gonna get anything, get an M1 Abrams.
Vex defenses have been reset. Unlike circuits, they can be overloaded. Continue the assault.
I want a Jedi Starfighter. That's not gonna be possible unless you have a lot of money.
Repairs like a body healing a cut. Disrupt the passcode to keep the splice alive.
You really can't steal one because no one's really made a life-size version. I'm gonna get more of them.
I can practically hear the Vex gears grinding. They cannot stop you, but they will.
I'll get more multiplayer games soon.
We need one more batch of data. Then you can jump into the Vex brain spec.
I want a better sidearm. Need a better one.
I sense the Vex mind. It lashes out with.
I sense the Vex.
They are coming for you. Vortex is almost ready. I don't know what that means, but the Vex want to stop you, so it must be good.
Gonna do some reserves.
These vortex could lead anywhere.
Pre-Disney? I believe so.
Defenses will grow stronger.
Post-Disney, they kind of got rid of the whole thing where Jedis don't use lightsabers. I mean, don't use blasters. They kind of got rid of that. Yes. I forget who it is, though. We don't talk about Disney. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the mouse because the mouse went to Vietnam because in Vietnam Disney Plus isn't allowed. That's funny. At one point, I know in Clone Wars, Obi-Wan used a blaster for a bit. That was for like a bit because his lightsaber wasn't gonna solve it. He needed a gun.
Excellent work. The Guardian's performance has provided me with a wealth of information.
Still plotting, are we?
Pardon?
You were always trying to look 10 steps ahead. I suppose that's why you and the speaker used to butt heads.
Ah, yes. Well, forewarned is forearmed.
Beat to the beat of the
I don't need
drum.
to tell you that, do I?
And
I learned
I
from the
am
best.
here with someone. Also, it'd be funny if blasters are civilian legal because they wouldn't be considered firearms in a gun ban America. Sometimes I question the things that you say, Rurian. Sometimes I do. And then I remember you're a filthy vegan. And then I don't question it. I'm gonna go level this up. Nade launcher. I beat the beat the drums. Because it's about control. The reason armament laws are proposed and constantly put through is because it's about controlling who you are and what you are allowed to have. It's literally in the idea of you will own nothing and you will be happy. You will eat the bugs and you will be happy. I have an entire list of genocides on my computer that have occurred, and the armament control or gun control that predated it and was used in the actual genocide itself. It's very easy to find that list, but people just look at it as if that's not true. That's not going to happen at all, when that's exactly how it works. They aim to take away your means of defense, be it a firearm, be it a knife, be it a machete, be it a baseball bat, be it a chef's knife. They take that away so that they can then control what you are, who you are, where you are, and everything about your existence. It's why I staunchly believe there should be no armament control laws. There shouldn't be any. And if people want to say that's crazy, I point to Virginia before Virginia split up as a state. It was one of the safest places in the Union because they had a law that said if you were old enough to carry a firearm and old enough to be in the militia, you were therefore required by law to carry a flintlock pistol, powder, ball, and everything required to make the pistol work. Isn't there a ban on zombie knives? Yes, there is a ban on zombie knives in a lot of places. And the fact that they call them zombie knives is funny. Back. Nah, he's just weird. He's weird and a vegan, so therefore we automatically assume he's Canadian. It's an automatic assumption that he is Canadian. Did you say vegan? Yes, I did. Nah, everyone who eats tofu is secretly vegan and just lying about it. Congrats, I just blew myself up. Oh, I have to farm... fight y'all. Do it. Do it. Get Seminella. I want to see.
Secure the captain's quarters for intelligence.
Do it. I want to see you get Seminella poisoning.
That's the captain of this wreck. Chase him down.
Okay, vegan. Do it. I want to see you. I want to see that Seminella.
I'm seeing increased activity on the top deck. I recommend a tactical retreat.
And then I'll probably get chastised by Layla for peer pressure.
Use their weapons against them. It's cheaper that way.
My back just spasmed. Like, I could feel my muscle, like, going and going, and then suddenly it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna cause you immense pain. That's your carnivore senses. Another vegan has joined the ranks of carnivores. Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have spidey senses, but for vegans. But I am sure I have retard sense. I can definitely tell when someone is a tad bit of autism. Train 4 raw eggs as promised. Video or it didn't happen. Video or it didn't happen. Your Tesm sense is as accurate as Stevie Wonder shooting the broadside of a barn. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about how accurate it is. We just talk about that we have it. Okay, that's the difference. You don't have the guts to go only meat. To go only carnivore. You don't have the guts for it. Everyone loves steak on top of steak. With even more steak. Steak nachos. What I want. Nope, you can use you can use steak as the chip. You can use steak as the chip. Nah, it's nachos. It's still nachos. Steak chips. Therefore, nachos. Well, there's a way kinda beautiful, and every night has its day so magical. And in love in this life, there's an obstacle that can't be defeated. We're on the moon. The moon. The moon landing. It's fake. The moon landing was propaganda. The moon landing was propaganda. Do not start quoting Alex Jones. Do not start quoting Alex Jones. I have to stop myself from quoting Alex Jones because there is some things I can't say that I totally want to say. Interdimensional space cells! Gosh darn it. You're putting chemicals in the water, making the friggin' frog gay. I need to make Alex Jones quotes. I have to find some of Alex Jones' best things he said and make them redeems. Make them the sounds to the sound alerts. Sounds like you're not a human supremacist. Get him, boys. This is our Earth. Humans are best. The Xeno scum are dirty for a reason.
Nightmare rises, but do not fear. Destroy it as you have the others.
Get this man for heresy. Heresy against humanity. For he is fraternizing with the Xeno scum.
The harvester hungers, and its thirst will not be denied.
But yeah, like, no, in all reality, if the Xenos were real, my response would be shoot it or nuke it. Humans are best, therefore we are the ones who will achieve victory. I am a human supremacist. Still, they're not human, therefore, purge them with holy fire. Okay. We're on to tier 3 now. There we go.
There. A true nightmare born of so much pain and
What about
suffering.
cat girls? Nope, still Xenos.
Ended.
They're still Xenos. They don't need to be killed, but they're still Xenos. The Feelnids are perfectly fine. Are perfectly fine as long as they stay to themselves. Yes, Layla is a Xenos. A permitted Xenos, but still a Xenos.
I destroyed those who cast me into exile, and yet my
Firefly heal clip? Okay.
is quicker than an assassin's blade, and her stomach made of stronger stuff than your poisons. I trained her well, too well.
Ooh. Destabilization and target lock. Bam. Would not believe your eyes if 10,000 fireflies lit up the world as I try to sleep. They fill the open air, then drops everywhere, and I would just stand and stare. Watermelon. Watermelon ship. So what is everyone doing today? What are thy plans? I self believe. I'm gonna not say what I was gonna say because, yeah, it's not worth it. No, it has to do with Metcalf's dad and what he said about what he called someone. Austin Metcalf's dad and what he called the killer of his son. To know. Okay. You have a nightshirt. You know what you don't have? A Kirby shirt. Nope, not a shirt.
Those ether tanks are ready to blow. Use their own charges against them.
That's still not a shirt. Still not a shirt. I said shit. You need shirts, not plushes. Plushes are things you throw at Mizkif. I still can't get over the fact that he was angry at Emery for throwing a plush. Just, I can't get over that fact. Mizkif is such an idiot. He's such an idiot in a word I can't say on stream.
is never the problem. Getting out's the tough part.
The solar energy from those scorched cannons should disable their shields.
There we go. I'm trying to get an incandescent and firefly auto rifle. Waluigi. Waluigi taco stand? No, we're not doing that. No tacos for you. You are hereby a vegan. Again. You're a vegan. Yeah, he's a soy boy. Didn't get what I want. Excuse me. Ah! Incandescent! In target lock. But I think that is going to be stream.
I will send you to Jesus.
I will send you to Jesus. I will send you to Jesus. No one I know is live. Okay. So I guess we're not going to raid anyone. That said, thank you all for coming. God bless, be safe. I am the bundle of the cats. No comment. No comment on that one. So that said, thank you all for watching. God bless, be safe. I am Bundle of Cats. See y'all later.